And as a result of the social distancing measures that we put in place, the R level, which signifies the rate of infection, is now between 0.5 and 0.9. The overall number of new cases has been steadily falling, and the rate of deaths is also steadily falling. Now, just to be clear about what all of this means in practice, the virus is not beaten yet. It remains deadly and infectious, and we're working very hard right across government and with local government to bring it down in areas of concern, like in care homes. And I'm confident we can do it, and we will do it. But because we held firm 3 weeks ago, we are now in a position to start to think about the next phase in this pandemic. So this weekend, the Prime Minister will set out the next steps which we can responsibly take over the following weeks, guided by the scientific advice and mindful, as we've said right from the word go, of taking the right decisions at the right time. Now, we can start setting out how we will live and work whilst maintaining the necessary social distancing rules. We can also be clear about those measures which are still necessary to prevent a second peak. If people abandon the social distancing, if we forget the sacrifices that were made to get us through the peak, to get us to this point, the virus will grow again at an exponential rate. That would lead to a second peak, which would threaten the NHS. It would trigger another lockdown, which would prolong the economic pain. And we're determined to keep it temporary, to keep it as short as possible. So we've kept the current measures in place for this long precisely so that we can bounce back with vigour and energy as soon as possible, as soon as it is responsible to start looking at the second phase. And because of that, our next steps will be sure-footed and sustainable. Any changes that we make will be carefully monitored. If people don't follow the rules, or if we see that the R level goes back up, we will tighten the restrictions again, and we will always retain the option to do so. That way we can safeguard public health, and we can also safeguard the economy in a sustainable way.